The moment has finally happened where ChainX has broken out of that really bad downtrend that we didn't think we're going to get out of, and we're going to take a look at that in today's video. We're going to take a look at the price, but we're also going to take a look at some of the latest news that we've got with ChainX and with something in relation to a patent that they've signed. Now we'll also take a look at the latest news that we've got in relation to Karura, which is Akala Network's experimental network, and DeFi dApp, of course, which is going to launch on Kusama very soon. Now the Kusama parachain auctions are due to start this month, but if there is any kind of delay, it could likely happen in April. Let's hope there won't be any delay. Let's hope they do actually launch, because everybody's been talking about Kusama lately in the news and on Twitter, so we'll find out. But let's take a look at ChainX's price. So we can see here we're trading at $12.87 on average across all the different exchanges. But if we look on MXC here, where most of the liquidity is on, we can see that we finally broke out of the trend here, the downtrend, which we were worried about. At least I was personally worried about, although this longer term moving average here, the 60-day moving average, was on the bullish side. It was still on the uptrend. The fact that we broke below here was a bit bearish. And you know, with the bull market, normally this does tend to happen. We tend to go back up. In a bear market, we would have likely gone down even more. But nevertheless, we got to thank the bull market, right? And we can see here that the news also helped, because we had a bit of a news here, and we'll talk about that with relation to the XBTC 2.0 testnet launch. And then we can see here that we managed to just about break above this area here. But we came back down, so we tested it once and then we tested it again, and now we broke out of it. So here we go. Now this is pretty bullish, the fact that we went to 1330, almost 1330 here on MXC, and again the all-time high is 1560, so we could possibly touch that all-time high once again. It's gonna act as support, it's gonna act as resistance, and it could possibly come down a little bit, but it depends on the buying power. If there's enough buying power, if there are enough news, we could potentially break out of that and then go further. And again, you got to remember here, we're not even listed on any major exchanges yet. We're still waiting on Binance, we're still waiting on Huobi, we're waiting on OKX, we're waiting on other exchanges to list us. Now they have applied to list on those exchanges, but we haven't heard anything back yet. Also Kraken, I know that I was trying to see if we can get them listed on Kraken. Again, I haven't heard anything about that either, but it could possibly happen, right? One of these days we're going to hear of an official announcement from an exchange. Again, it is the exchange that has to let us know. It's not ChainX. The ChainX team only apply, and then the exchange list. The exchange have to announce. That's how it is. That's how it works. So yeah, just to continue on here, it looks pretty good here to me, and I'm not too concerned. We could possibly pull back a little bit here, maybe to this area of the $12 range, and then go back up again, or we could just be continuing on to this here and potentially touch the all-time high and then break above it, or bounce down from the all-time high. That's also a possibility, and then continue on sideways again between $11 and $13 for another while, because this could also happen, right? There are the bearish and the bullish scenarios, and the bearish scenario is likely that it's going to stay around that range again for another while, or we break a little bit down. But I just don't see any negativity with this, because the airdrop is so nearby, right? It's just around the corner. It's about the Kusama parachain auction starting, SherpaX taking part. If SherpaX bond, we get the airdrop. It's as simple as that. If you sell your PCX, you don't get the airdrop. MXC exchange are supporting the airdrop, but I do recommend you store them in your wallet. You can even stake. If you don't want to stake, just store them in your wallet. You own the keys, right? And then you're going to unlock the new wallet from SherpaX using the same mnemonic passphrase, the 12-word passphrase that you're using to create that wallet for ChainX. And to continue on here and talk about the tweets, right? So we've got the XBTC 2.0 testnet. They want you to help them test the system, right? So again, I am going to be doing likely a tutorial on this, depending on how it's going to look. If there is a way for me to help them test it, I'm going to do a tutorial on that. If not, we'll see what they do, what they come up with. But we're going to be reading an interesting article here with regards to ChainX's XBTC 2.0. But before that, I do want to thank today's video sponsors, PrimeXBT, for sponsoring this video. So first, let's hear from today's sponsor, and then we'll get back in and we'll talk about the latest article from ChainX, which is pretty important. This video has been sponsored by PrimeXBT, a cryptocurrency, CFD, and forex trading platform that allows you to trade professionally using leverage. Their special feature with one-click trading allows you to place trades instantly without the worry of the price changing too fast. Aside from that, you can also take advantage of other professional trader strategies by using the integrated co-vesting platform. Set up your technical analysis charts by using their analysis feature and consider their refer a friend promotion with a tiered reward system to maximize your returns when your friends trade. If you're interested to set up an account, check the description of the video in the exchange deals section, which will take you to my website to get the special offer from PrimeXBT of 50% of your deposit as a bonus by using my promo code Cryptos50. Also, check out the dedicated tutorial on PrimeXBT from the top right hand corner of the screen. Thank you for watching that. So now let's continue on here and talk about the latest article. Okay, so ChainX XBTC 2.0 bridging technology has been successfully patented. Okay, so what does that actually mean? Let's take a look. Right, so here we've got this article which is actually in Chinese, but I had to translate this to English, so you can just translate the website to English. And yeah, let me read through this article. This is from the X Association ChainX community. So recently, ChainX successfully applied for a construction method and system patent of a cross-chain transfer bridge. The transfer bridge technology can realize multi-asset cross-chain. It uses light node verification to ensure the safety of the cross-chain confirmation process of one-way multi-chain assets, and sets up a vault to manage cross-chain assets to achieve two-way cross-chain. The upcoming ChainX XBTC 2.0 will use this technology to realize the two-way cross-chain between BTC and ChainX. Now, with regards to transiting the bridge system, so we've got the light nodes, which are deployed on the first blockchain used to monitor and record the cross-chain transactions in the first blockchain in real time, verify cross-chain transactions, and send the verified cross-chain transactions to the relay engine. Then we've got the relay engine, which after receiving the verification of the cross-chain transaction verification by the light node, the relay engine retrieves the transfer chain corresponding to the cross-chain exchange and sends the cross-chain transaction to the corresponding transfer chain storage. And I think this is where Filecoin might play a role, but I'm not sure on that. It could be, right? Transfer chain. A transfer chain is created for each blockchain. The transfer chain has the same structure as the corresponding blockchain, and its current block header hash contains the cross-chain transaction information of the second blockchain so that the relay engine can retrieve it. The transfer chain associates the vault, locks the first blockchain asset in the vault based on the cross-chain transaction information, and sets up a management mechanism to use a unique identifier and key derivation scheme to manage the operation and maintenance of the vault and the transfer chain. Now the vault, this is the important one here. So as an execution tool, the vault can be a storage node or a smart contract or an associable server, which is associated with the transfer chain. The function execution nodes of the transfer chain can call the vault as required. So the vault is basically the area where you're going to be minting, or the tool you could call it. It's like a node, but it's going to be like a tool where you're going to be minting XBTC by sending BTC. Right, so in ChainX's XBTC 2.0, the two-way cross-chain between ChainX and Bitcoin was completed using this transfer bridge patent. According to the construction method of the above-mentioned transfer bridge system, there are the following corresponding relationships. So we've got the first blockchain, which is the Bitcoin network, the light node, which is the Bitcoin light node, the second blockchain, which is the ChainX chain, the relay engine, which is the relay, the vault, which is the asset vault, and the transfer chain, which is ChainX's Bitcoin transfer bridge, hereinafter referred to as the Bitcoin transfer bridge. Okay, so ChainX XBTC 2.0 has the following steps to implement cross-chain according to the above method. To set up the Lightning nodes in the Bitcoin network, so the Light nodes monitor and record cross-chain transactions in the Bitcoin network in real time. Cross-chain transactions will be identified by the OP_return, verify the cross-chain transactions, and send the verified cross-chain transactions to the relay. The relay then receives the cross-chain transaction verified by the light nodes of the Bitcoin network and sends it to the Bitcoin transfer bridge after the verification. The Bitcoin transfer bridge is associated with the asset vault, and Bitcoin assets are locked in the asset vault based on the cross-chain transaction information. And again, just to remind you here that once you generate the XBTC, once you lock your BTC and you generate XBTC, if you just hold XBTC in your wallet, you'll actually generate PCX. as confirmed in my interview with Alex Vogels, who's an admin and also an ambassador for ChainX. So do check that interview out where we speak about that. If you actually look in the timeline of the video, you'll see the different sections that we talk about. Now, to move on here, the XBTC corresponding to the transaction is generated on the Bitcoin transfer bridge, and the synthesized XBTC is used to transfer transactions between ChainX and the Bitcoin transfer bridge according to the cross-chain transaction information. Now, because ChainX and the Bitcoin transfer bridge have the same blockchain architecture, the establishment of an asset circulation agreement between the two can transfer each other. Now, after the asset transfer is completed, call the redemption module on the Bitcoin transfer bridge to unlock the remaining Bitcoin assets in the asset vault to the corresponding Bitcoin account and destroy the XBTC. That's of course if you do decide to swap back. Now, the upgrade of the cross-chain method allows the ChainX team to more efficiently link various heterogeneous links into the ChainX ecosystem, thereby realizing the free circulation of multi-party assets on ChainX. ChainX XBTC 2.0 will be launched next week, enabling the Bitcoin asset with the highest market capitalization in the blockchain to circulate on ChainX. So that's going to be awesome, right? I'm really looking forward to that, right? But we have to see, right? We have to see how it's going to perform, because once again, we need to get the parachain successfully bonded first of all, and then once we do that, then it's all about the upgrades with XBTC, and eventually we're going to be seeing the upgrade of the relay chain, and then it's going to become a secondary relay chain to Polkadot to support all those parachains. So that's going to be awesome, right? It's going to be really good to see that happen and come to fruition, because then of course you'll see ChainX come to fruition. So let's hope that exchanges are seeing this and exchanges are not sleeping on what's going on with ChainX. If exchanges are sleeping, then it is what it is, right? It is what it is. But let's move on here and talk about the latest article. And this is again a tweet from Karura Network, a tweet by Dan Reeser. He retweeted. He's super excited about Karura Network to launch. The Kusama game is about to change when this thing launches. Of course, KSM holders will soon have a Uniswap like AMM DEX, borrow, lending, and liquid KSM called LKSM for staked KSM with no unbounding period and no staking minimum. All with micro gas fees, of course. And this is how the dApp is gonna look. It's absolutely amazing. It looks super cool. It looks even better than Akala Mandala's dApp. And I do wonder if Akala Mandala are gonna be changing the lookalike of their dApp, or maybe they're gonna leave it as it is. But I really like the cool. I mean, look at this GUI and the color combination. It looks really, really cool for Karura. It could be that Akala is going to look quite similar, because again, you got to remember here that Karura and Akala are supposed to be the same, because all the testing is going to be done on Karura first, on the Kusama network, and then it's going to happen on Polkadot with Akala. So again, it's going to be awesome. And if you've noticed something here, apart from having KOR tokens here, the KUSD token, which is the stable token, the Kusama one, we've got XBTC, right? And you know where that's coming from none other than Sherpa X on Kusama. So that's why we need Sherpa X to bond to Kusama. And when they do, then we're going to see, of course, XBTC there, and we're going to see that transfer take place. Of course, you're going to need XBTC. You cannot do it. You need XBTC in order to get that collateral. Without XBTC, you need to use LKSM to get collateral, right? So again, you have the option of using LKSM when borrowing, but you need XBTC as well, right? It is there. It is an option. It's Bitcoin at the end of the day, right? So people trust it. So yeah, and it's less volatile as well. Well, not so much lately, as you know, but yeah, this is pretty much it from today's video. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. As always, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of today's video? What do you think of the latest updates with ChainX, with ChainX's price, and with Karura being just around the corner? Their dApp is ready. As you can see here, they're also on Polka Wallet. Yeah, let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.